August 13, 2024. This is the S&P 500 E-Futures Mini on the 2000 tick chart using NinjaTrader 8. This is what the chart looked like today. It was a really slow, low volume day. There was two pieces of economic data that came out at 5:30 Pacific Standard. I guess you could call it just pretty much one piece of economic data. It was the core PPI producer price index, month to month, the core and the regular. Happened right about here. I wouldn't say it really motivated the market to rally or sell off. It kind of fell into this really slow but gradual choppy rally. I tried to find a larger trend channel. Like I eventually did find this one, but it looked like it didn't really help, especially early on to find any trades. So I ended up working with these smaller trend channels. Even then, the volume was really low. There weren't very many setups. Of the setups, I only found maybe 3 that were viable. A lot of the other ones were bad signal bars below the EMA. It just was a little ambiguous. And since the volume and volatility were so low, it took quite a while, a few minutes for the candles to close. So we could probably take a quick look at how many total candles there were. On 6 hours and 30 minutes, there are only 312 bars. So that's less than 1 bar per minute. I'm going to go into the setups that I saw. It shouldn't take too long because there weren't very many. Pre-market, right before the market opened, I could already tell it's a low volume day by how many candles there are in this gray zone. This is on Pacific Standard Time. So this is from yesterday night all the way over until 6:30 on the open. There was a nice setup here. Unfortunately, I don't trade the pre-market. It was a second entry long triple test. It was one leg up. You could argue for maybe 2 legs sell off and then another strong leg up. This is where the news item came out. It looked like there was a triple test here, 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touch, and it was also a, go ahead and zoom in, second entry long. So there is a new high here, but I counted this as a localized new high because this is kind of a spike impulse. So I said there's a new high, first entry long, pullback, second entry long. This is a decent signal bar, decent setup, because it did move 1 tick, I think about 2 ticks below. Let's see, yeah, about, oh, actually 3 ticks below, then reversed strongly, closed at the high, engulfed the previous candle. So I thought this was a possible trade in the, if it was set up in the regular trading hours, I definitely think I would have taken this. It hits the consolidation area, the market opens, I find this yellow up channel, and it looks like I was consolidating here, and I find a kind of a repeat pattern of what was happening here. Another leg up, new high, first entry long, pullback, second entry long, triple test. You tried once, twice, 3 times. Whether you argue this is a triple test here or not, if you even dragged it up a little bit higher, there's clearly some kind of support here. Thought it was a possible trade. It wants to test the break after this yellow uptrend and wants to test the highs. This could be the possible second attempt. It is a little far away though, because it didn't, it's a little bit far out from this, and you could already see this as potentially 2 legs up, potentially another move back down. However, the way I saw it was having trouble breaking below the EMA and breaking through the support. Then prices continue moving, and it hits inside what I think is this green up channel. Doesn't fit too well, but the top side looks like it acts pretty well as a resistance. New high a day, comes back down, gets a little choppy, a little ambiguous. You technically have a new low here. It's a first entry short, second entry short here. Now I think this might have been a trade, but I didn't like that this is a rather large bar, and I wanted a, well, you could say it's a first entry short, second entry short, and in real time, you're wondering what's going to happen after this, but I was seeing a potential support right here, so I don't want to enter right into support. Turns out it worked out. And then the second setup that I saw as a possible trade was the second entry short that was hidden. So it clearly makes a new low, breaks through the support. First entry short is a gigantic candle. Push up, second entry short. Second entry short hasn't really confirmed second entry short yet. And then here it confirms the second entry short. Actually, I think this candle it ticked 1 tick below. I'm not sure why it's, the data might have been reloaded, and so it doesn't look as clean before because I saw it as a new low, first entry short pullback on the same candle, created a second entry short. So that's why I had it marked as a hidden second entry short. Thought it was aggressive. It is a break below the support. And I watched What I really wanted was a touch rejection off the EMA, and then one tick below this guy. Actually, maybe it didn't change. So actually, it's not really a hidden second entry short because it confirms second entry short here, but it's already too late. So I take that back. It's kind of an almost trade, not a possible trade. Prices then kind of fall in this orange down channel. It follows really nicely. And unfortunately, there were no clean setups. There's a new low here, first entry short, pullback, second entry short. It potentially has a breakout. What was giving me pause was there's a conflict here because I have this green up channel. There's a break and test of a new high. You can see it's a first entry short right here, second entry short above the EMA. If it had only stayed within this orange down channel, not broke above, I think there would have been a trade here. But then I tried to find a higher low, excuse me, a lower high right around this area would have been perfect, but it never showed up. So you had to leave that trade alone. Prices move up. I tried to capture this move in a clean leg, but it looked like it worked better as a spike and a channel. No clean second entries. Moves along. I see a higher low here. Technically, you have a new high. First entry long pullback. Second entry long. Second entry long signal bar isn't very good. And then you do have a higher low here. This is a possible trade. It confirms second entry long bounce off the green up channel, which I found. And EMA is holding. There's enough room for a scalp, but I didn't take this trade. I also looked back and I thought I saw a new low here, localized new low. First entry short, second entry short, or you could see it as one big move, first entry short, and then potentially a second entry short here. It was a little ambiguous, so I had to leave it alone. Prices then continue moving up. You don't really get any clean second entries. You only have first entries. Second entry long here is a bad signal bar. Prices can continue moving up. If you have a new low here, you technically have a first entry short, second entry short, doji, kind of way up high. So you'd be picking the top if you want to try to enter this trade. There are second entries in here, but it's just too congested, too side by side. I didn't really like the fact that these candles are, the span of these candles is maybe about 3 to 4 ticks. I needed prices to break out of this area to clearly define where things are going. And prices sold off, bounce again. It's a little confusing in this area because it's above the EMA, then below, now it's above again. And prices continue moving. You do have a new high here. It's a first entry long. You have a second entry long here. I would have considered this trade if it was bouncing off the EMA, but it is an inside bar. It's a little ambiguous. I wasn't too sure. I wasn't even firmed up on whether this was the correct trading range. So definitely had to leave this one alone. Prices move up. There's still just first entries, and you're already getting pretty late in the day because there just weren't very many candles being printed. You have a new high here, first entry long. You get a second entry long way down here. It's a bad signal bar, and you didn't know that this big green signal bar was going to show up. Also, you could say there's a new low, first entry short, second entry short. This is your signal bar to try to go short on. It's confirmed here, but it's still above the EMA, so there's no trade here. And it kind of moves into the last, I guess, 30 minutes where it's dicey to try to take any trades, especially in the last 10 minutes, which is the majority of this. So this from here to here is 30 minutes. I'll just go ahead and draw that out. And then you can see where the 30-minute count starts. So from here to here, you have quite a bit of price action. That's 10 minutes. Then from here to here, that's 30 minutes. So this is 20 minutes of price action. You can see there wasn't very many candles. And then even overall today was just a rather slow day, not very many setups. So I ended up taking no trades, which is okay. And it's actually pretty good because it was nothing worth, in my opinion, trading. Just kind of a lot of ambiguity, slow price action. So hopefully that was helpful.